Hi everybody, welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts 3 data fight walkthroughs on critical mode. Today we're going to be tackling Vanitas, but really quickly before we get into that, just wanted to say thank you for the support that I've seen on the last video that I did on how to tackle Luxord. The channel's still pretty small, so maybe 100 views isn't all that much to boast about, but it means a ton to me. And I'm happy to keep making these kind of tutorial walkthroughs as long as people are still interested. With that being said, let's get into the Vanitas Battle. This fight took me roughly 5 hours to get right, and I'm almost at the point where I can beat him with taking no damage. To start things off, Vanitas only has 2 attacks that can leave him open for a safe counterattack by you, and he usually starts the fight, actually he always starts the fight with one of those 2 attacks. In this case it was the triple blitz, where on its 3rd attack you're able to counter for a safe combo. He will then go into these fire fountain moves 3 times. Try and stay low to the ground because on the 3rd one, because he had opened with the triple blitz, he's going to come down from his 3rd fire fountain and do another blitz on you that you can again counter. Following the blitz in this first phase of the fight, he's going to summon after images to hit you 6 times with a pause between the 4th and 5th hits to psych you out. Don't fall for it, block appropriately, and then he'll shoot out these light beams that you can counterattack. Note that the light beams and the blitzes are the only attacks that you can safely counter against for combos. Everything else is likely going to result in you getting hit if you try and counterattack there. This attack where Vanitas starts shooting fireballs at you, it looks more intimidating than it actually is. As a general rule, most of the fireballs he launches at you will come at you at high speeds, except for one in the middle there, which he intentionally slows down to fake you out. When Vanitas takes to the skies, that's your cue to also start gliding. Glide in the opposite direction of him and you'll easily avoid all of his attacks. Just be sure that when he throws his last flurry of keyblades at you, that you dash through it instead of trying to block it or gliding through it, because you won't be able to avoid it that way. You can usually get away with sneaking in a half combo after you've performed your first full combo on him if your timing's good enough, but be careful because he will reprise if you try and see it through to its end. So since he didn't open with a triple blitz, he's not going to blitz us after his 3rd run up the fire fountain. He's just going to go right into this fireball attack. I like having ultimate form on reserve here so that when he starts hitting us with the light beams, we can hit him for more damage than we normally could with our regular keyblade, and send him right into the 2nd phase of the fight. And speaking of the 2nd phase, he opens it with his Desperation move, and no lie, this Desperation move right here is probably responsible for like 3 hours of me trying to figure out how to beat this boss. Luckily, there is a pattern to blocking and dodging here that is consistent every time he pulls out this move. You generally want to block his after images and dodge the keyblades that have a pinkish aura around them when they come at you, and I'll explain the pattern the next time he does the Desperation move, which he should do one more time in this fight. With this part of the combo, I'm just being hesitant because I'm not exactly sure when he'll counterattack me, which happens on like the 4th hit. So as part of the 2nd phase, he replaces his after image attack with one where his after images now shoot keyblade flurries at you. It's pretty easy to block, actually. It's very forgiving. I found that just mashing square here was my best friend. Just be ready to avoid the fire fountains that'll happen usually right afterwards, as well as the ice blitz that comes down after the 3rd fire fountain. This fight really is all about pattern recognition and patience. It's mostly about understanding what move is most likely going to precede a move that had just preceded it, and can you punish it, can you not punish it, do you play safe or do you not? My hope is that I've made some of the nuances of this fight a bit more apparent, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to take people more than a couple tries to really get the patterns down to a point where like they're barely getting hit at all, and they don't feel intimidated when they see, you know, one move is ended. What's the next move going to be? Okay, so this is the Desperation move one more time. I'm going to lay out just specifically what the pattern for blocking and dodging is here. So block, block, dodge, block, 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 dodge, 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 block, 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 dodge, dodge, block, block, dodge, block. Commit it to memory, because that's how you get through that Desperation move.
Too slow.
Sometimes after the flurries, he can go into the triple blitz, which only works out in your favor since that's one of the attacks you're allowed to punish. As part of this second phase, sometimes he's going to mix in his phantom attacks with his fireball attacks. It almost ends my run here. I'm still working on getting the timing down specifically for this one. I just haven't seen the move enough to know exactly what the timing is on it, but if you follow the rest of the tips to a T, Vanitas is toast. That's it. In reality, you know, much easier said than done. But I'm sure that like you can power through this. It only took me 5 hours. Hopefully it'll take you like 2 or 1. As always, thank you for watching. Comment down below which boss I should handle next. I mean, we've gotten Luxord and Vanitas out of the way. I'm also planning to put up my review of the whole ReMind DLC and what I think of it so far. So far, I've finished it. But yeah, that should be coming out next couple days as well as the next boss fight. So leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you later. Peace.